Where can we find angles in our environment? Where can we find angles in our environment? For more on this, join me, Teacher Jonathan, in EasyElimu Learning Simplified Grade 4 Mathematics as we work out on comparing angles using a right angle. Comparing angles using a right angle. In our previous lesson, we used our clock face to know the amount of turn made by the arms of the clock face. They form an angle, and we identified different angles, the types of angles, using our paper that we had folded yesterday into folds to make a right angle, and we identified places or areas in our class, in our homes, which form this right angle. And we said we have how many types of angle? Victoria, we had 4 types of angle. Angle which looks like this, we called it right angle. And angle smaller than this, we called it acute angle. Tom, angle bigger than this, but less than 2 of this, we call this obtuse angle. And you, John, angle bigger than 2 of this, but smaller than 4 of this, we called it reflex angle. Now, in our pairs, let us come here. We are comparing angles using this right angle. And as we compare, before we embark on comparison, I would like us to note this. The terms I'll be using, note them very, very keenly. And to start with, I have these 2 paper cutouts. I have colored them so that they are easily visible. And I'll put them on our table like this. Kindly observe, I'm forming an angle here. Kindly observe, I've joined them. Now, this angle I've formed, I can trace it using this paper cutout of mine. The paper cutout of mine. So, that is a right angle. We are comparing angles. There is this angle formed. I'm comparing this using my paper cutout. So I'm saying this angle, let us give it a name, angle A. Angle A, it is almost the same. Yeah, it is of this size. So what do we say in comparison of my right angle and angle A? Angle A is equal to my paper cutout or my right angle. So one terminology I will be using is equal to. As you compare, we use terms like, terms used are, first one, equal to. The way we have seen, our angle A is equal to right angle. Term number two, let us observe here. I will adjust this paper cutout again to make another angle. Now I have adjusted anti-clockwise. Now we are tracing using our paper cutout that we had made a right angle to see whether they are of the same size. So I place it here. Are they of the same size? In our group's learners, are they of the same size as you observe? My angle B, let me call it B, is it equal to my right angle? Now, John, what have you observed? Is it equal? No, they are not equal. So we'll say angle A is less than my right angle. So I'll use another word, less than. Another word is less than. My angle B is less than my right angle. Remember, we are comparing angles, different angles using the paper cut out, my right angle. Now, in our groups, let us adjust this one to make it a bit bigger than this. So I will adjust it to form something of this sort. So there is angle C that has been made here. This is angle C. This is an angle C that has been made. An angle C has been made. Now, we are comparing angle C now with our right angle paper cutouts. So let us compare. We put it here. Are they of the same size? No. Because there is another size here which has not been occupied by our paper cutout. So what do we call this angle? We say angle C is what? Angle C is what? John, angle C is what? Angle C is bigger than our right angle. So the third term I'll use is bigger than. Bigger than. That is the third term that I've used. Bigger than. Learners, these are the three terms that we will be using. Equal to, less than, and bigger than. Now, in our case, angle C is bigger than this. Now, can we try to observe or to adjust this following? We adjust it to this side. This was the first angle that we had formed. Now we transfer it on the board. We observe from the board. We observe it from our board. Now let me transfer it here. I transfer and I draw it the way it looks like. I would like also to transfer the same to your books. That is what we have found. So, is this angle equal to, less than, or greater than, or bigger than? We put our paper cutout here and observe. Yes. So, this angle A is equal to our right angle. So, we'll put that sign here to say this is our angle A. So, we say angle A. Let me use capital letter, kindly. Angle A is equal to right angle. We have measured and seen it is equal to right angle. This was our angle A. Angle B was of this size. Let me try to draw it here. Angle B was of this size. I'm using my paper cutter to trace the angle B. This is my angle B. That is my angle B. Angle B. We trace again, we see whether it is equal to this one. Angle B is smaller, is less than. So angle B is less than right angle. Right angle. We have another angle with us. The way I'm doing, make sure you are doing the same. We have another angle here with us. We have another angle. Let me trace it. Let me trace it. That is the angle that has been formed here, angle C. Now, we want to know whether angle C is equal to our right angle. So, we trace it again here, and we see angle C is bigger than. Angle C is bigger than. Angle C is bigger than right angle. You can use those three terminologies. Equal to, less than. You can also say instead of lesser than, smaller than. Smaller than. You will find that other word. Do not say we have not seen it. Less than or smaller than, bigger than or greater than. You will also find those terminologies. We will use them to compare. So we say the first one, angle A is equal to right angle. Angle B is less than or smaller than right angle. Angle C is bigger than or greater than right angle. That is how we have identified those angles through comparison. And now, my task is that I would like you to embark on. Come up with other angles using your two paper cutouts like this one. Adjust them to make angles of different size. You can also make this and use the outer part This is also an angle formed. Use an outer part is also an angle formed and see whether it is equal to right angle. You can also adjust your paper cutout to form other angles like this one, like this one. You can also adjust it to form other angles like this one. This is also an angle formed here. Is it equal, less than, or greater than right angle? Remember, you can also do more practice at home. Using the internet, you will find more on comparison of angles. Thank you and hope you've enjoyed our lesson for today.